Morning, guys. I've gotten a few inquiries about how I stay in shape, how I manage to lose body fat, preserve my muscles during this MCO period, even with the gyms being closed. Well, I've shared my journey with most of you guys. I've shared my training routine on YouTube channel, on the Instagram. I've also shared what I cook, how I eat, what I do on a day-to-day basis, and you guys can feel free to check out my YouTube page. It's under my name, Prabhaharan Nair. So people, I think they're still not too. They still have doubts about the approach that I take, whether I'm sharing the full story or not. Each time I do a transformation, I'm very open. I always share my journey with you guys. Same thing I did this time, even with the MCO being locked down most of the time in the house, and now we get to go out for our outdoor exercise a little bit, so that's a bit better. So I've shared most of the time I train with light weights, most times body weights also. I go for my jogs, for my walks. So just focusing on basics is the key. You know, people underestimate the power of doing just the fundamentals very well. So what do I mean by fundamentals is when it comes to nutrition. And many of you guys also know that I've adopted a vegan nutrition now. So many still have questions and doubts whether it can sustain muscle mass or even gain muscle mass on a vegan diet. And as I have shown, it is highly possible. It is possible to do it without supplements. I don't consume any supplements except for vitamin B complex, because on a vegetarian or a vegan diet we lack in a vitamin B12, I think. Yeah, B12. Yeah. So I use that supplement to complete the whole micronutrients for me. So my meals are pretty complete. So for those who are wondering how come I can still hit my protein intake, the question I ask most people to, I can give the answer straight away, but the question I pose to people to ask me that question is very simple. If you're eating beef or chicken mainly for the protein source, ask yourself this simple question: where does a cow or chicken get their protein source from to produce that amount of protein to serve you guys? It goes down to plants. So instead of going through the middle person, meaning the cow or the chicken, what I have done, what most vegans and vegetarians have done, is we go straight to the source, which is plants. The only difference is when we consume plants for protein is we have to consume a variety of plants. We have to consume in larger quantities, because being protein from plant source, the traditional amount that we consume our chicken and beef, when you compare it gram to gram, the volume that it takes for protein to be same with the meat version, the quantity of the plants have to be a bit bigger. So people get alarmed with the amount of vegetables they have to eat. But here's another thing: by having more volume in your food, you actually get full quicker. So that is one way I've managed to lose my body fat as well, because I get full quick. So I don't have to eat as much. So my caloric intake is not as high. Okay, so fat loss can take place because I'm eating on a deficit. Okay, so that is nutrition. Now the same fundamentals apply when it comes to training. People are wondering, oh, how come you're at home and you're still able to maintain your muscle mass or even gain? The answer is very simple. For you to push the body to grow, it needs to be pushed beyond the comfort zone. Now, I do train lighter than what I'm used to in the gym, but that doesn't mean I'm not training any harder. I'm still pushing myself beyond my comfort zone. So the body will adapt. Meaning, if I do body weight, if I'm used to doing 100 kilo for 10 reps squats in the gym, now since I'm doing body weight, I do 50 reps, I do 80 reps. So the body is still being pushed. So the body will still will adapt by growing, by adapting to the stimulus that's coming from the outside, which is intensity. So it all boils down to intensity. And you can even grow with body weight workouts. If you can see these calisthenics athletes, they are very buff. They are ripped, very muscular, and just body weight. So I would invite you guys to open your minds a little bit and be open to the idea that to grow muscles or to maintain or to lose body fat or the type of nutrition you guys follow, it doesn't have to be some fancy smancy gimmicks and supplements and so forth. It can be as basic as using body weight to train. It can be as basic as eating plants for your nutrition. It can be as basic as doing the simple things very well on a consistent basis. So that is my message for you guys today, to invite you guys to open up your mind and try it out. I've shared my journey with you guys, and also my ebook is out. If you guys want to learn more about fat loss, you guys can purchase the ebook for only 19 ringgit, introductory price. Normal price would be 49. It's still under introductory price. I've sold more than 120 copies so far, so it's serving its purpose, and I'm happy for that. And I would invite you guys to subscribe to the channel for future updates and videos, and feel free to connect with me on my social media platforms, interact. Whenever I'm free, I'll interact with you guys, answer you guys any questions that you guys may have. Alright, so till then, we'll speak soon. Peace out, guys.